Hi guys, my name is Elijah and welcome to episode 4 of Just on the Cloud. With me today are the usual suspects. I have with me Big J
Yo,
and I have with me Sisi Tony.
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone. So how far now? How you guys doing?
and I'm good.
I think before we start, how's your year been so far? I think this is March now. This is 3 months into 2024. Is it looking up to what you expected 2024 or is it better?
I think for the first time in a long time, and every Nigerian can relate to the same thing, and that is the country's heart, my brother.
CCT.
Everybody,
CCT.
is the country nice to you right now? Tell me.
Okay,
I mean, because you have been looking so soft and fresh
better.
these days.
Since this year started, Tommy has been dripping every single day. And rain has not yet
Stop.
fallen yet. So I just stop. Okay, so I was thinking let's talk about branding in music, because as per our department is the marketing department of this glorious, luxurious, wonderful, one of a kind record label that KP is our number one artist, and we have Skita
Period.
as our producer, and we have John as the talent manager, and you have me as the marketing person, and I as the marketing person. The squad is lit. So
Yeah.
branding in music, how important is it to an artist? John, let's have it.
Branding is utmostly important. Let us start with the name given to this business. It's called showbiz.
Showbiz.
At the end of the day,
Showbiz.
what are you showing? What are people saying? Branding is as important as an artist's identity. In fact, it is an artist's identity.
Mm.
Part of the branding even start with the name you're called,
Mm.
And most especially your costume, how you dress, and how people see you. So it is very important that every act or artist out there have a very defined and recognizable brand, because that is a very important factor in distinguishing them with other artists. And of course, for you to sell in this industry, you need to be unique and distinct. So branding, in fact, the more unique you are able to brand yourself, the likely you are to stand out from the crowd. And when you stand out from the crowd, it's good. It's a very good thing, because you are easily spotted. You don't remind as an artist, you don't remind anyone of anybody, or you don't remind anyone of any other artist, because you're unique and distinct. Yeah, so branding is very, very important. It's showbiz, and every artist must be showing something, especially their brand.
Wise words from Big John, the talent manager of Resident Cloud Miracles. I move on swiftly to T Baby Tomisin. Y'all may know her as Tomisin. We know her as T Baby, T Dollar,
Well,
T Shine.
like John said, like he rightly said, branding is everything. It's an artist identity. I feel like it is what comes to mind first, like when you mention a particular artist. Oh, this artist that does this artist that this is his signature, this artist that wears this all the time. Like that is it is like a part of who the artist actually is, because that's how the artist portrays himself to everyone to see. And actually it just creates that niche, that unique lane, if I could say that, for that particular artist. Because I mean, for you to be distinct, for you to be identified, for your brand to even stand out, that means nobody else has been doing that before you. So definitely you are on your own lane, do you get? So I feel like branding is like very important to every artist, and it just makes them, I feel like even the artists like embrace that part of their brand. Like for instance, if an artist is all about a particular thing, that artist is going would in future like just blend into that character. Like, so to say, blend into that character and become that character. Like even off and on camera. Do you get? So like I feel it just makes an artist stand out to everyone. It just builds that craft, that's uniqueness for the artist.
I follow what both of you have said. John said something earlier. He said even your name is important when it comes to branding. How important would you say the name an artist has? How far do you think the name plays in the longevity of an artist's career?
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
Actually, I've never thought about.
I
I've
sound.
never-
Ladies and gentlemen,
I've never-
I sound. Come on.
Oh, you want to go first? Please go ahead.
Yes. So I feel like, you know, there are some artists that even change their stage name with time. For instance, we used to refer to Subaba, currently known as Subaba. Now it used to be Two-Face back in the day, or up until recently, actually. I feel like Two-Face was his identity then, and we all generally accepted him as Two-Face. This is Two-Face, this is Two-Face. And even when he changed his name actually to Tubaba, which is what he is currently referred to as, I feel like at the back of our minds, subconsciously, we still see him as Tubaba. Like Two-Face rather. So I feel like for an artist starting out, your name, you see that first name that you start out with is what actually sticks, because that is what people like embrace you as. For instance, I would also mention Buju.
I was about to say shout out to Buju, but sorry, Benson.
So like that first name actually just sticks. It just like sticks to everyone. I don't know. For me, that's what I think.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, okay, regarding Buju, yeah, Buju is always Buju to me. I mean,
Exactly.
I think he had to change the name to Benson due to some copyright, and he had there is Buju Banton, and there is Buju. So I think I don't really have very concrete details about the whole issue, but I know it had to do with some copyrights, blah blah blah. So, but anyways, what I think about the names artists call themselves, is I feel like, okay, and how far it takes them, So this is how I see it, and I would cite some examples. An artist calls himself, whatever he calls himself, based on their current reality as at that time. Burna Boy called himself Burna Boy because he felt like Burna Boy as at that time. Then he metamorphosed into Odogu. Do you understand? Then, I mean, there's also Wizkid. There was Wizkid, then Starboy, which happens to be the name of his record label. Then Machala. You can remember when that transformation happened.
So then there was even Babala.
Yeah, Babanla, there was Machala. Now he calls himself Gen Z OG.
Yes.
Do you understand? It's like the name keep changing to reflect their, current reality.
Yeah.
Odogu felt like an Odogu when he called himself Odogu. So you see, the branding thing and the name evolves when it comes to the name. Yeah, sometimes you get tired. Like, I want to imagine, this is not a statement of fact. Maybe Burna Boy doesn't like, or maybe Whiskey doesn't like people calling him Wizkid anymore, maybe because of the kids there, you get. But Wizkid of 2010, 2011, he doesn't, I mean, Wizkid.
He was telling us to hold out, boy.
Yeah, so, but right now, it doesn't suit the person whom he has become right now. So, well, this is another dimension to look at it. That's why I felt like it was a very, very good question. People actually change their stage names because of how they feel. You don't want to be representing a name that you don't confidently feel like it is what reflects who you are. So you want to bear a name that's totally reflects. So now, take for instance, should I be speaking about myself?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So there was a point where John became boring, and I said Big J. Yeah, because I feel like Big J right now. You get. So But anyways, artist name, and also I needed to touch on something regarding branding. Yeah, one of the reasons why branding is very keen and important in every artist, every commercial, even non. If you're an artist, yeah, you need to have an identifiable brand because of not just yourself but your fans as well. You want them to have an identity. You want them to have an identity. You want your fans to, be identifiable. I mean, typically, if you see anybody wearing the Ichiagu hat on their head, typically, whether the person wore it by mistake or anything, you automatically think of who? Odumodu. You get like you see someone wearing a very very big pants like Savage does. Very very yeah. You see, so those, and mind you, these are things that evolve. Well, most fans don't really,
Or
just like what you said, yeah.
Skirt.
Like
that skirt has now been branded Arasta skirt.
You get so, but one thing again is this, yeah, and this is the problem. To every good thing, there's also a bad side to it, yeah. People are not very comfortable with change, especially fans, yeah. When an artist is metamorphosing into another stage of his career, there are so many people who are even diehard fans that would go against it. It happened with Wiz.
Yeah.
When he changed the sound, he changed a couple of things about him. A lot of core fans that I know of were not really satisfied with it.
Yeah.
They felt like, oh, give us what we're familiar with. Yeah. You understand? So, but I mean, change is the only constant thing in life. Yeah. We must always go through change. So, even though it's a challenge to accept change, I mean, after a while, I guess. And also, mind you, there are some brandings that have flopped. There are some people who have tried out something and it didn't work out and they had to revert. So, I mean, branding is all encompassing. The name, the outfits, the swag, even the swag too,
Who is one artist that you can mention that has been consistent with their brand through time?
The biggest artist. In fact, look, once you get branding right, you are certain of longevity. That's just it's the hack. It's a hack. Once you get your brand right, that means you have a vision. You know how you want to be seen and perceived. And that is very, very important because you don't want to be presenting yourself to people and looking confused and looking like every person.
Yeah.
Once you see somebody, if naturally we tend to give attention and audience to people who seem like they know what they are doing.
Exactly.
People who seem they are confident. Do you understand? So a situation where you are seeing an artist and he looks very unique and different, it doesn't look like you want to know more, like, okay, what's up with this guy? And examples, as you asked, are the A-list artists. They are consistent,
Sure.
Wiz has been consistent with his branding. The chill guy, there was a time where he was wearing some. So it started from tight fits.
Yeah.
All those times when he was still, say maybe the 2013s, 2012, 2013s. Then he now got to wearing. I think it was on tour 2021. 2021, 2022, where he was wearing flip-flops and something like a pajamas. Do you get? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
very comfy. Do you get? So that's particular dress style, lasted for a while. But right now, I don't know what he exactly looks like. He looks like different things right now, but he's mostly on shorts. So, fashion like that. And trust me, while he was wearing all those comfortable stuff, I can bet you some people copied him.
Of course,
yes.
Definitely.
You get?
Definitely.
So, and also for artists that are smart, they leverage on the branding, they make merch, like Zanko to the world now, Zlatan, he currently has a clothing outfit, So when you get your branding right, you're certain for longevity. Why? Because you have something that people can emulate. You have something that people can follow.
Fans like to emulate.
Especially when you're a favorite.
Too much.
Yeah, especially when once you're a favorite, you hear the word, this person can do no wrong in my eyes. You get, so I mean, branding is very important for longevity.
Yeah, so you guys are ready here first. Branding is important for longevity. The name you are called is also important. I think we said a lot. We'll
Yeah,
leave
man.
you guys with that to digest for this week. But real quick, you guys should let us know in the comment section if you were an artist, what name would you call yourself?
Yeah, I would really like to know.
Let's in the comment section, just let us know. On that note, you guys were out of here.
Thank
It's been
you.
fun.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Peace.
Thank you.